you'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. The mirror is my best friend because when I cry, it never laughs. I suppose that's one of the ironies of life, doing the wrong thing at the right moment. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. I believe in the power of laughter and tears as an antidote to hatred and terror. I have many problems in my life, but my lips don't know that. They just keep smiling. Life is a beautiful, magnificent thing, even to a jellyfish. You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. A man's true character comes out when he's drunk. All I need to make a comedy is a park, a policeman, and a pretty girl. A tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dreamer, a lonely fellow, always hopeful of romance and adventure. I have no further use for America. I wouldn't go back there if Jesus Christ was president. Think about yourself at least once in your life, otherwise you may miss the best comedy in this world. Your naked body should only belong to those who fall in love with your naked soul. What do you want meaning for? Life is desire, not meaning. You need power only when you want to do something harmful, otherwise love is enough to get everything done. That's the trouble with the world. We all despise ourselves. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. My pain may be the reason for somebody's laugh, but my laugh must never be the reason for somebody's pain. Words are cheap. The biggest thing you can say is elephant. In the light of our egos, we are all dethroned monarchs. Despair is a narcotic. It lulls the mind into indifference. I do not need drugs to be a genius. Do not take a genius to be human, but I need your smile to be happy. After all, there are more valid facts and details in works of art than there are in history books. We must laugh in the face of our helplessness against the forces of nature, or go insane. I am not a political man, and I have no political convictions. I am an individual and a believer in liberty. That is all the politics I have. I don't believe that the public knows what it wants. This is the conclusion that I have drawn from my career. I remain just one thing, and one thing only, and that is a cloud. It places me on a far higher plane than any politician. I suppose that's one of the ironies of life, doing the wrong thing at the right moment. Worry more about your conscience than your reputation, because your conscience is what you are, your reputation is what others think of you, and what others think of you is their problem. Laughter is the tonic, the relief, the surcease for pain. Failure is unimportant. It takes courage to make a fool of yourself. I went into the business for the money, and the art grew out of it. If people are disillusioned by that remark, I can't help it. It's the truth. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. Simplicity of approach is always best. All my pictures are built around the idea of getting in trouble, and so giving me the chance to be desperately serious in my attempt to appear as a normal little gentleman. The saddest thing I can imagine is to get used to luxury. Life is a play that does not allow testing. So sing, cry, dance, laugh, and live intensely before the curtain closes and the piece ends with no applause. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. I'd sooner be called a successful crook than a destitute monarch. I had no idea of the character, but the moment I was dressed, the clothes and the makeup made me feel the person he was. I began to know him, and by the time I walked onto the stage, he was fully born. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. Only the unloved hate the unloved and the unnatural. This is a ruthless world, and one must be ruthless to cope with it. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Movies are a fad. Audiences really want to see live actors on a stage. One murder makes a villain, millions a hero. Numbers sanctify. Remember, you can always stoop and pick up nothing. Life is a tragedy when seen in close-up, but a comedy in long shot. I do not have much patience with a thing of beauty that must be explained to be understood. If it does need additional interpretation by someone other than the creator, then I question whether it has fulfilled its purpose. Why should poetry have to make sense? Simplicity is a difficult thing to achieve. Let us strive for the impossible. The great achievements throughout history have been the conquest of what seemed the impossible. I am a citizen of the world. As I began to love myself, I recognized that my mind can disturb me and it can make me sick. But as I connected it to my heart, my mind became a valuable ally. Today I call this connection patriotism. Is too deep a feeling to depict in the posing for a photograph. I hope we shall abolish war and settle all differences at the conference table. Like everyone else, I am what I am, an individual, unique and different, with a lineal history of ancestral promptings and urgings, a history of dreams, desires, and of special experiences, all of which I am the sum total. Life can be wonderful if you're not afraid of it. All it takes is courage, imagination, and a little dough. The world is not composed of heroes and villains, but of men and women with all the passions that God has given them. The ignorant condemn, but the wise pity. All artists experience a lull in their work. It is a period of replenishing the soil, of plowing in and turning under our past experiences and watering them afresh with new ones. What a sad business, being funny. I neither believe nor disbelieve in anything. That which can be imagined is as much an approximation to truth as that which can be proved by mathematics. Man as an individual is a genius, but men in the mass form the headless monster, a great, brutish idiot that goes where prodded. In this world there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. Machinery should be a blessing to mankind, and not a curse. The deeper the truth in a creative work, the longer it will live. The mystic urge to gamble is as deep in man as the instinct to survive. It is as much a part of him and as unavoidable as breathing for whomever lives, gambles with life. If you're really truthful with yourself, it's a wonderful guidance.